Yo, what's good everyone? Your boy Deke back again with another vid. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the Juju Tik Tok dance on the Buffalo Bills logo before the Sunday Night Football game. Now, obviously, he's been doing these videos in the past. He did it against the Cowboys. He did it against the Jaguars. He did it at least once at Heinz Field, what looked like after the game. So, I, like probably most of Steeler Nation, have saw these videos float around social media, and I really don't think much of it. It's Juju. He's dancing. We've won the games. I thought he was posting the videos after the game, just like a bunch of the other TikTok videos were getting posted, the celebrations in the locker room and everything. And, it goes along with his brand. It's light, it's harmless, it's whatever. And probably most people, myself included, even though in this specific case I didn't repost any of Juju's videos, you use it as a rallying cry, undefeated, 11-0. You repost the video with some type of caption letting you know the Steelers are doing pretty damn good. We're the top seed in the NFL right now. And then from a person that shoots videos, I thought the setting was pretty cool. I think the idea was pretty cool because if you're talking about content creation and building a following, where else are you going to get that type of content? A professional athlete that's pretty popular on social media, midfield, almost like behind the scenes type of video where the camera's panning, you're doing a dance on the opposite team's logo. Like, that is some pretty cool content. That is going to get some reaction. So I can't really blame Juju for that there. But at the end of the day, we were winning. Let's be real. So that's why it really didn't come to light up to this point, because no one could really say anything. We were winning. So let's just lay out the scenario in this Bills game if we do win. Honestly, the video, it's probably the same thing as the Cowboys and Jaguars. And for Steeler Nation, there might actually be a little extra juice to it because I think every time we've had Big Ben as a starter, we beat the Bills. So that's another thing. Every time we have Big Ben, we beat you. And the Josh Allen video, that probably doesn't come to light. And if it does, it's something we laugh at because you take those quotes and you're like, look, you guys are doing all the working. We got guys dancing and we're still beating you. So I think it's a completely different story. I don't even know if it's making national headlines if we win this game. Because you saw Pat McAfee talking about it, I think like ESPN or some of the national media guys were talking about this scenario where the Cowboys-Jaguars game, and even when he was doing it at Heinz Field, this isn't even brought up. The main thing is we were winning, and I think winning is really the factor here. In general, I think you're probably safer if you're not trying to face any criticism or backlash or potential locker room questions from the media where your coach got to answer, other players have to answer about some of the things that you're doing. It is just, respect the opponent, stay humble in interviews, whatever it is. That's probably the safer way to go and probably the way I would lean. But again, I'm not in the NFL in 2020 right now, and not everyone's like me. That's why this world is a beautiful place. We all have a bunch of different perspectives. So I see the other side of it where, you're in 2020 here. You're an NFL player. You may only be an NFL player for 5 to 10 years. I believe the league average is actually 2 to 3 years. And if you're popular for that amount of time and you want to do something after football when you're 31, 32, 33, the time to build your brand is in that NFL window. So I completely understand the marketing aspect of it and trying to build your brand where you can make a more seamless transition from the NFL to after career, whatever you want to do. Gaming channel, media, assortment of things. But here's the thing. I do have a couple problems with it. Now, number one, I just say don't do it before the game because I'm not anti-celebration. I'm not anti-having fun after a game because if you score a touchdown, you deserve to celebrate. If you win a game, you deserve to celebrate that night. I mean, if you want to stop Justin Jefferson from getting in the end zone and doing the gritty, or Chad Johnson scoring and doing one of his famous celebrations, you got to stop them. If they're able to score a touchdown on you, they have the right to celebrate. And as fans and just people that watch the game, we love the celebration. Let's be real. We have no problem with that. I think it's only if it's earned, though. Score the touchdown, you get to celebrate for that moment. You win a game, you get to celebrate. And it doesn't matter if the opposing players don't like it, the fans don't like it. Whoever it is, if you win a game, you score a touchdown, you got the right to celebrate. You got to stop it. So Baker Mayfield, after Oklahoma beats Ohio State, up at Ohio State, he takes the flag and plants it midfield and waves it. He gets to do that. The Ohio State fans are probably so pissed off. At the same time, he just beat you. Like, if you want him not to be doing stuff like that, you got to beat him. Now, whatever backlash or potential target Baker Mayfield has put on his back from that scenario, that's on him. You kind of got to weigh how you want to be navigating the NFL, the media, and that type of game. But in the moment, you get the right to celebrate. In this case, he's been doing it before the game. Now, obviously, he did it before the game in the Cowboys and Jaguars game. I thought he was posting it after the game, after we got the win, which is a little bit more reasonable in my opinion. At the same time, if there still might be the opposing players on the field warming up, and you're still drawing that potential negative attention to yourself and the team. So that's my thing. I say don't do it before the game. It's just, I don't think it's the best look at all. I think after you score a touchdown, celebrate. After you win, you celebrate. You do your thing. But then almost to play devil's advocate to that point of not doing it before the game, like, what are we doing here? Isn't the NFL entertainment? You think about Frank Clark last year before the Super Bowl. He's doing his press conferences. I think it's on Media Row, whatever you want to call it. And he's talking about imagining having the Super Bowl trophy or guaranteeing that he was going to win the Super Bowl before the game even happened. So what is the difference there? Because I think both are somewhat disrespecting the opponent. But let's be real. Don't we like the hype and the build-up before the game? I think in Juju's case, though, it's a little bit different. It's 2020. It's TikTok. It's a different way of doing it. So that's my question. Because in the Frank Clark situation, just like the Cowboys and Jaguars game for Juju, they won the game. So honestly, that little statement he made before the Super Bowl is looked at now as kind of a little bit of a funny story. It's really not looked upon like in a negative way at all. Same with the Juju versus the Cowboys and Jaguars game. No one cared about those. It really didn't. It's when you start losing that people start caring and getting pissed off. Because you can almost think of it too as like boxing. Don't we love it when Conor McGregor and someone else are talking shit to each other in the weigh-in? It's hype, it's entertainment, it's build-up, it's marketing. So is this maybe the 2020 version of it now where players are taking TikToks and they're posting on their personal accounts, the hours leading up to the game? Because that's the culture we're living in right now. And that probably leads me to my next point of my problem. It's, I think we got to question us a little bit, the market, the consumer. It's like, what do we really want from this? We have all these live reactions, the instant reacts, the access. But when things aren't necessarily going our way, it's like, all right, now that's too much. You got to stay humble. You got to respect all this stuff. So that's my question. Like, who is going to put the kibosh on it? Is it going to be the NFL? Now, I'm assuming Juju is not going to be doing this again. There's no shot in hell because, one, I don't think he should be. Like, I don't think you should be doing that kind of stuff before a game. But at the same time, this is the first scenario where we have experienced a loss with Juju doing it. This is kind of new information for us. TikTok's a whole new platform. It's literally a 10 or 15 second video of him just dancing. It is kind of harmless. But whenever you add all the elements together, it's like, bro, this isn't a good look. This isn't a good look for the Steelers. Tomlin's got to be answering questions about it in press conferences and stuff. Like, it is the NFL. Like, we were winning. We were undefeated. I don't think any of us were thinking about losing at all, but losing does happen in the NFL. So if you're going to be doing this type of attention-seeking stuff before the game, this is the type of backlash. This is the type of thing that's going to be coming with it. Now, if you want to handle it personally and you could take all that on yourself, then that's fine. That's completely up to you. But now when you have media asking Steelers and coaches about this type of stuff, and that's when you got to start thinking like, all right, is the views and all this stuff worth it? And then let's be real too, this goes back to the consumer and question yourself. If this shit isn't getting views, Juju ain't posting this. He ain't even thinking about doing this, but it's getting views and it's giving attention. So it kind of all goes together, man. Let's be real. The NFL is a great game. It's a sport and all this stuff, but also they're vying for your attention. And if this type of stuff before games, if Frank Clark, guaranteeing a Super Bowl builds the headlines, it maybe gets a few more people to watch the game or, makes people click on more articles, watch some more sports talk, whatever it is. Like, I don't think that's the worst thing if you're the NFL, because this is the history of the NFL. You're always going to have drama. You're always going to have players going back and forth, whatever it is, and people eat it up. It's just the nature of the game. I think it's human nature. So that's it for the vid. I don't think we're going to be seeing videos like this again from Juju. This was, I guess, Tomlin's first time hearing of it. I don't think he's going to be putting up with this at all. Like, this is kind of the backlash or the response to what happened And I just don't think you want this happening again because, like I said, it's the NFL. Losses happen, and things could definitely snowball. If you do win, though, we can't lie. That is like a little extra juice of saying, like, all right, dude, we got Juju dancing on the opposite team's logo. Let's post this. Steelers win, whatever it is. But I do think maybe we got to take a step back and say, like, yo, I think there's times and places for things. And not everything has to be live reaction, instant access, all behind the scenes and all that type of stuff. So that is it for the vid. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, I guess, your comments or thoughts about this whole thing, because maybe I didn't even cover all the different type of aspects. I would just like to hear what you guys think, because I do think with a lot of this stuff in sports, there's actually some stuff that's deeper with it, especially when you're talking about sports and media, attention, marketing, and all that type of stuff. So let me know what you guys think of the Juju Bills vid. What was your reaction? What was your reaction to some of the older vids? Should he keep doing it? Et cetera, et cetera. I'm more or less interested in the conversation. I mean, like I said, I laid out some of my thoughts. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid, and stay chilling. Peace.